5 years gap, no experience, rejections everywhere. Does this mean your career is over? Absolutely not. In fact, QA might be your best comeback path. Hi, I'm Leelavati Ramappa with 16 years of experience in IT, especially in software testing. And I have been working with professionals who thought their career was over. Career break due to marriage, kids, health issues, or simply life happening. And today, many of them are working in IT as software testers. Let me be honest with you. The problem is not your 5 years gap on your resume. The real problem is lack of confidence, not knowing where to restart, weak fundamentals, and trying to apply blindly without proper preparations. Let's break the biggest myth. The biggest myth in today's world is that companies don't hire people with career gap. But the truth is, companies don't hire the people who are not job ready. If your fundamentals are stronger, your gap becomes secondary on your resume. And why testing? It is easier to restart your career when compared to development. And you don't need a deep coding initially. And high demand in each and every company. And stronger career growth, you can enter into API testing, automation testing, or performance. So here is exactly how you can restart your QA career. Let me show you that here. The step 1 is rebuild your fundamentals, because the strong basics will build your confidence in any interviews. You can answer any type of questions confidently if you have that clarity on your fundamentals. So fundamentals like what is software testing, SDLC and STLC, types of testing, test case writing, bug life cycle. So even with 8 years of experience, I'm sure there would be these kind of questions in your interviews. If you have clarity on these concepts, even with API testing or the automation tools, you can definitely answer confidently because you have that clarity on your fundamentals. So master the fundamentals and you can face any kind of interview, including your API and automation, with confidence. Let's see what's step 2 is. Step 2 is build practical skills. Not only just explaining about what is test case and all that. So before your break, I'm sure you have worked on all these things, but then you might have forgotten what exactly you have worked on. So get those hands-on experience by working on the real projects. So take some websites like Amazon, Flipkart, or any e-commerce products. Start writing the test cases for each and every page and see how you can explain because you started getting hands-on experience. And so log defects in properly, like create one bug report and see how you can explain them in interviews. You practice it. So that builds your practical skills. And then step 3, add one skill upgrade. Not everything putting together. I've seen one of my students that he wanted to show everything: AWS cloud, Azure certifications, and API testing, ETL testing, big data. So you name it, everything is there on his resume. But is it possible to handle everything by one person? It is not possible. So start with one skill. Focus on one skill at a time. You will be able to master that. So it can be API testing. So learn Postman and REST APIs, and then you can think of other tools. And when it comes to automation, now Playwright is in booming. So you can choose your tool. So it can be Selenium or it can be Playwright. And then SQL basics. So this is also very important, knowing the basic queries. And then step 4, fix your resume and LinkedIn. These are very, very important for your job search. Name it confidently. See, if you have break in your on your resume, if you have break in your career, definitely you can name it that yes, I have 2 years of experience, 2 years of gap, career gap, 5 years of career gap because of so and so reasons. You can give the reasons, because they are genuine, and so honesty is accepted everywhere. So that's the reason you need to be truthful. And then show what you did. So during the break, what exactly you did? Yes, of course, maybe you had your own personal constraints to come to be on the break. But then, so what is that you exactly you added to your career? So you can show your skills and certifications that you did during your break, and then update your LinkedIn. This is also very important, where you can update your LinkedIn with proper keywords and headlines, so that recruiters will come back to you asking if you are interested in the opportunities. Step 5 is practice interviews. This is very important. You may think that I have 8 years of experience. What is there for me to practice? I know how to answer. But then, when you start recording your own self introduction, you will know that where exactly you need to correct and show that confidence and showcase your real time experience. Okay, so say for example, tell me about yourself. Okay, so you showcase your skills and explain about your current roles and responsibilities in your tell me about your in your self introduction. And when it comes to why you have a career gap question, so definitely you can frame it with framework, so that interviewer will be getting convinced. What did you do during the gap? So highlight all your skills and certifications that you acquired during your gap. So this will be definitely an eye opener for you to crack that particular interview. Okay, so the honest truth. You be truthful. That is what I said. It won't be easy. I'm sure it won't be easy. Sometimes you may have to find it hard to talk about your gap, or you may face some rejections, and so definitely you will get those hard days. But staying consistent at least for 3 months will definitely land your dream job. Okay, so that is what I have seen from so many people happening it. Okay, you will get opportunities for sure by following the right path, by doing it in a right way. So you need to create that mindset, so that whatever your current situation will be shifting totally to a different world. Okay, I have a gap. Instead of saying that I have a gap, you change it to I am job ready now. So how you are changing it? So follow all the steps that have been given in the last 5 slides, and definitely you will be able to make it. Okay, so their companies will not bother about the career gaps. Yes, you may face some difficulties initially when you have this gap, but if you develop those skills, when you position yourself strongly in LinkedIn, and when you create your LinkedIn profile with greater rich words, and then when you start adding value to the community, definitely you will attract the opportunities. That is what is required for you, but not the gap. So ready to make your comeback? I'm sure you would be. So come back, and definitely I will contact you, and let's see how we can build your career. So get structured guidance. I have created my courses, explaining QA fundamentals, resume review, and interview preparations, all in one program. Okay, so you can get into my programs and see how you can make yourself to be confident, and how you are worth and value enough for the companies who are really looking for the talents like you. Okay, check the description. Link is given, so you can contact me by sending me your private messages, and then definitely we can get in touch with you to take it forward. So your career is not over. It's just waiting for a strong restart. How you are going to restart? I have given all the 5 steps, which are more than enough for you to restart and come back strong. Okay, so rebuild your confidence with your fundamentals, upgrade your skills, and then show up, go and apply for the jobs and practice your self introduction and whatever the other questions, and definitely you will get that opportunity. And this is for sure, because this is proven from many other students who have taken guidance from me. So let's see you in my program. Thank you.